for all of Americans.
And speaking of Tim Walz, also like some one of our viewers, shout out to you. You said what the real reason they were saying he had stolen Valor, and I don't believe we addressed that last time.
Okay.
He was a reservist.
Yes.
And he'd already done his 20. He was like on year 22.
It might have been on year
22, and it was time for the Iraq War to start. And he was like, "Nah, I'm good. I've served my time." Because during that, they started sending the reservists in. Because first what they do, they send in the Marines, and the Marines usually get it done. Hoorah! Mm-hmm. And then what I'm saying, and then if the war has to continue, then they send in the Army. And then, like, the Army gets too depleted, then they have to bring in reservists or whatever.
Yeah.
So he was a reservist. He already done like 20 some odd years, and the Iraq War was about to start, and he was like, or the Afghanistan War.
No, it had already started. The war had already started.
And he was like, "Yeah, I'm good."
But the thing of it is, though, by the time he got out, it was 10 months. He had it was 10 months before their deployment would even happen, right?
Yeah.
And their deployment was for 22 months. So I would have been sitting there for over basically 12 months more or whatever, more than what I would have even been here. And I'm risking my life, and I'm 40 something years old, and I already just did 24 years.
Yeah, you might have an ulcer or something.
It don't even matter. I'm out of here. I mean, I'm gonna tell you what you're gonna tell a person, man. You did your time, bro. This is what you come to the military for. People act like people go to. Some people may. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. Like Pat Tillis. Or whatever. Yeah, Pat Tillman. He went to go be Mr. Captain America.
So did the rapper Cannabis, bro. Like 9/11 happened, Cannabis stopped rapping. He joined the military.
Went to be Captain America. Country. You can respect. I respect all military.
That's why I say I don't argue with people in the military.
Like, I argue with whoever, man.
I don't argue with people that have served. I don't argue with people that have served overseas. Like that's, I got you. Like I told you, I don't argue with military folks, and I don't argue with firefighters because they're doing two things I ain't about to do.
I'm like this. This is what I'm saying.
I'm not running in the building, and I'm not defending my country in a foreign country.
I mean, if I had to, I would go do it.
I'll defend the country here,
simple.
like a Minuteman.
If I had to, and I'm not trying to say I would sign up for it or no shit like that, but if that's all we had to do and I had to go do it, I'll go handle my business.
I'm too old now. If they came, I'll defend our country here. I'm not going to no foreign country.
Like I'm saying, though,
shit.
bigger than that. The reason why I will have that debate, because I'm gonna start off the debate with thank you for your service, period. But if it gets to the point to where you're trying to shut me down based off of your service and what you're saying is right because of your service, that's not how this shit works.
No.
I mean, I appreciate your service and I'm gonna take it as that, but the rest of the conversation will be had. I mean, because just because you served in armed services does not make what you say more important than what anybody else says. Period. That's just how I look at it. But